Actress and wellness ambassador Kareena Kapoor Khan has invested in fresh food brand Pluckk for a minority stake. With a portfolio of over 400 products across 15 different categories, the D2C company is now aiming to grow its portfolio by 10x in a few months and is also looking at a pan-India presence. To elaborate on the future roadmap at Pluckk, joining me now is its investor and brand ambassador Kareena Kapoor Khan and the co-founder and CEO Pratik Gupta. Kareena and Pratik, welcome to the show. And Kareena, let me start by asking you, what made you invest in Pluckk? What are the synergies that you saw with the brand? And, you know, apart from funding, as an investor, what more do you bring to the table? What does Kareena bring to the table?
You know, I mean, of course, as an actor, you know, one has done, and over the years, one has done a gamut of so many brands and been a part of so many families of so many brands. But I think now at this stage in my life, I think being an actor, a homemaker, a mother of two, when Pluckk came to me and they had this whole plan of, you know, the way they have their fruits and vegetables, how they get them from homegrown farmers, how they get it finally, you know, you can get it on the app, you know, the whole presentation, the way they presented it to me. And I've always been somebody who's, everyone knows I'm a foodie. Everyone knows I love my food. I love the way it's cooked. I love, you know, everything about it. I think the whole family has always been like, kaise banta hai, khana chahiye. You know, it's always been about that. So, you know, having also at the same time wanting to learn about the fact that, you know, what kind of ingredients are used when we are cooking, the freshest ingredients. I think just the whole idea of this whole concept of having that we can hear through Pluckk. You can gain the freshest fruits and vegetables, you know, in your kitchen, bring it to your home, to your families, to your children. Being a mother, I'm more conscious now as to what the children are eating, what I'm eating, what all of us are, you know, as a family, as a unit, what, you know, I would want them to have the safest and freshest ingredients. And I think today the world is more about, you know, health, wellness, fitness. We talk about a lot of that. But here you have you know, an app where you can actually go and see where the farmers, there's a traceability where you can put your QR code, you can find and scan it and find actually where your vegetables were harvested also. I think for me, that was something that I'm like, you know, I think a farmer also gets his due where he also knows that, you know, it's reaching somewhere. You know, it's reaching homes, it's reaching families. It's like a kind of it's a really, it's a wonderful kind of, you know, synergy that's coming together. So I just loved it.
Okay. Pratik, let me come to you now. What does Kareena's backing mean to you, right? What is the kind of impact you hope to achieve with this partnership? She's on the table now. So how do you plan to grow further?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a game changer for us. Having Kareena on board, she believing in our vision. We have really worked hard for the last 2+ years in building the whole Pluckk, the farmer base. Now we have 1,000+ farmers, ozone wash, large assortment, presence across 4 cities and growing. Now, the main message that the one thing that Kareena will definitely be able to, you know, put that message across to that audience that you must, what do you need to, that you need to eat fresh and how do you do it? There is an app which gives you traceable, clean fruits and vegetables, and it gives you in so many different formats that is suited for your lifestyle. This is the key message. And there is one app which is connecting farmers across the country to your home, and that is something that Pluckk is offering. The second most important thing that Kareena definitely will help us do is her immense knowledge and expertise on nutrition, wellness, fitness, which over the years we all know, and how we can improve our range, extend our range based on these insights. As an advisor, as an investor, she'll definitely help us build all of that.
Okay. You know, Kareena touched upon the business model and what she liked about it. And of course, you spoke about the offerings. But what is that one thing that sets you apart from other competitors? So
definitely we are probably the India's leading lifestyle-oriented platform for fruits and vegetables. What sets us apart is that we really solve for the aspect of quality, which means fresh, clean and safe, and which we have done through innovations, as I said, like traceability and ozone wash. These and the third
These are two things which are
Yes.
slightly unique in
Yes.
Pluckk, with the ozone wash, which is, you know, extremely safe,
So-
and the fact that you can actually trace back to the farmer who's
Where and
grown
how
it,
it was produced, yeah.
where it was harvested,
correct.
how it was grown, and now it's reached your home. I
Yeah,
think that's the uniqueness also
Yes.
of Pluckk.
Of Pluckk, and this we are probably the only app where you can scan the QR code and the customer is receiving a product, and at the time they can scan it, and on the screen they can see everything, all of those details, where it is harvested, when it is harvested, what is the growing condition, who is the farmer, what is the name of the farmer.
Yeah.
So all of that. And the second thing that I mentioned about ozone wash, it's basically a lab certified program, the innovation that we have, which claims to reduce bacteria more than 90%, which reduces pesticides, which increases the shelf life of the product, and helps the end consumer get not only safe and fresh product but also clean products.
Yeah, picking up from what you just said, Kareena, my next question is for you. You know, Pluckk calls itself India's first plastic-neutral fruit and vegetable brand. How important is it for you to be associated with a brand that is eco-conscious, believes in sustainability, and also if you could throw some light on how Pluckk is combating plastic waste?
I think that in today's day and age, it is the most important
Yes.
thing. I think in the environment we live in the day and age where people are so conscious of what we're eating, where we're buying it from, how is it wrapped, how is it coming. I mean, today when I get packages, also so many packages, you know, so many brands and so many packages. And, you know, I mean, I actually get a little upset because I'm like, you know, so much plastic is being used and you're sending all of this. You know, sometimes I feel like don't send it. The fact that all this, that, you know, Pluckk is so conscious of sustainability, the fact that they know exactly what they're doing, and also, you know, if I may say, in today's time, we're all working women. Each unit, I think practically, you know, the mother, the father, the husband, the wife, everybody's working. Children are in school. Today you want to have, you know, when you're even on the go, to have that app, a trustworthy app that you know, this is going to be home, it's going to be fresh, it's going to be clean, it's, you know, eco-friendly, they're conscious, it's a company that's conscious about it. And also the fact that the traceability factor also helps you and enables you to kind of have that trust in it. To know the name of the farmer. Where do you get to do that?
Yeah.
So I think, you know, and today when they came into, when we spoke and they presented me with all this, today's day and age, you want fresh fruits and vegetables. It's such an important thing, what you're feeding, what you're putting in your mouth. You are what you eat. You want to know that. So today it is a big brand kind of thing, you know, where people want to actually know exactly where, you know, your source of food is coming from, which is, you know, hopefully safe.
Absolutely. Let me talk about some inorganic growth that's happened. You acquired Cook in May this year. How has that acquisition worked out for you so far? What kind of sales are you seeing? Basically, you've entered the ready-to-cook meal segment, which is huge, has a lot of potential. What kind of an impact have you made so far?
So that acquisition is is basically a DIY kits that we have. And in this acquisition, it is primarily based on the fact that we have the best quality ingredients, fundamentally strong. And how can we put it together for the customers to enjoy food, fresh food at home, which is not only enjoyment but also for different various aspects like, you know, works for your gut, works for your heart, works for your skin, and nutrition aspect.
An aspect behind it.
Taste
A
and
wellness
nutrition
plan
both.
behind
So
it.
people, instead of ordering online, want to make things at home, but a lot of times there's a gap of access, gap of knowledge, gap of convenience. So this is what
The trend has increased since
Yes.
COVID,
So
it is actually DIY kits is pretty much, I think, a COVID
phenomena. Yeah, absolutely.
So this phenomena we saw worldwide. We saw our customers looking for it. We started DIY kits, and then we understood that this company is also there which can add to our product, and that's when we started that.
So is inorganic growth the way forward for you? Will we see more acquisitions this year?
So it's not a decision that we have taken that it has to be inorganic, but when we talk about Pluckk, it has to be fresh fruits and vegetables, and everything based on that. We want to create a better lifestyle for our customers. Now, if a brand comes in which is going to help us do that in some way, we will look at it. And it will always be commercially a build versus a buy decision for us. So it is going to be like a case-by-case decision.
Okay. Kareena, earlier in the interview, you mentioned that you've partnered with multiple brands today, and it was time for you to kind of turn investor. And we're seeing this trend. A lot of celebrities are turning entrepreneurs, they're turning investors in the recent years. Tell me, apart from food tech, what other areas interest you, and will we see you making more investments? Are you intrigued by the startup world?
Honestly, I've never really explored it. It's never really been something that has been high up on my list. This is something that is. It just happened. It just came to me, the whole proposal. And plus, I think the stage that I am in my life, I am very conscious myself, because of the kids.
Yeah.
I'm exactly, like what the family's eating, what Tim and Jay would like, what they're putting in their mouth. I would want it, them to have the freshest ingredients. So somehow it was just like an instant connectivity that happened, being a mother, being a homemaker, I was always like, this is something which I've never really done. And I truly believe the fact that, you are what you eat.
Yeah.
And we need to know exactly where our food comes from and where our ingredients comes from, what we're cooking with. And who doesn't want fresh fruits and vegetables? And, everyone says that your plate should be colorful and everything. But for your plate to be colorful, you should know exactly how safe it is, how pure it is.
But other than this, you're also a fitness enthusiast. Anything else that excites you? And will you be looking at making more investments? Are you...
Right now, there's no plan of that.
All right.
But I would never say no. But I'm just really happy that I started with something like Pluckk, which is, very different.
Yeah.
It's something that is very organic, that something that just happened because of me and the kids and what I feel for the whole brand. I think it's just organic. So when things happen like that, maybe I would. I'm not looking at it as okay, that this is something I should do this because this is the way it's going to be like that. I mean, I'm not really very, very business minded. I need to really be on board with what I feel.
Okay, all right. On that note, let me ask about some business growth numbers. What are the current numbers that you're seeing? You've started in 2021. What is the road to profitability looking like? Because you have to. That's the agenda, right? At the end of the day, what are the sales looking like? If you can take me through the current growth numbers.
So we are basically, when we started in 2021, now we are present in 4 cities. We have 15 plus categories and 400 plus products. From a road to profitability point of view, we look at every city as a profitability center, because it takes a certain amount of time to acquire customers in that city and then reach profitability. So typically every city takes about 2 years, and as we launch one city at a time, it reaches profitability in 2 to 3 years. From a growth perspective, like whatever numbers we did last year and previous year, we almost are taking it like we made 2 to 3x growth in the previous year, and this year we are again looking at a 3x further growth.
So Kareena's happy. See, listening to all these numbers, 2x, 3x growth.
Y'all are the pros. I'm new to this. I'm just looking at the X's.
So tell me, talk to me about the expansion plans as well. Like I said in the interview also earlier, that you're looking at a pan-India presence. How soon would that happen? And you plan to grow your product portfolio by 10x in a few months. So give us a sneak peek on what's in the pipeline. What new offerings are there?
So when we say expansion, there are a few things that it means. One is that expanding into the city in terms of the number of PIN codes, the number of customers that we are getting as our power users who use us regularly. The second way of expanding is that expanding our portfolio into categories and formats which are centered around the fresh fruits and vegetables, but offer more and more to the same people. And so, for example, as I mentioned, DIY kits, there is an entire range of products like, stuffed or juices or salads or different kind of products which are based on that, and we just curate them in our packaging center to make it better. So like fermented, marinated, there are so many different things that we have thought about, and it is a really something that our in-house chefs, nutritionists, food technologists are developing all of these things.
Food business and this kind of thing, from what I hear globally, is quite like it's a huge, everyone's talking about the farm to table experience, or farm to home experience. And we have the best, I think, homegrown ingredients, where in our country. So to make the most of that right now, I think is the best time, according to me.
Expect to be a $30 billion, the DIY meal kit market, by 2025. So that's huge. Okay, now that we've spoken about the business, we've got Kareena Kapoor Khan in the house. So some fun questions, Kareena. If you made a signature salad named after you, what would be in it?
Oh my God. There would definitely be kakdi gajar because the whole family loves it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll throw in some fresh lettuce. Mooli. I'm a Punjabi. So thoda mooli hoga usme.
I definitely would want to have this salad.
You want to see? Already want to have my salad. And then, the thoda nimbu, and I like little chatpata.
Okay.
Like the way I am, people would expect that also.
Looking forward to a chatpata salad by Kareena.
We will definitely name it around that.
Yes. Okay. Second question. If you had a vegetable-themed superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
A vegetable themed superpower. Oh God, I don't know. What would it be? The strongest vegetable. I am a big fan of lauki.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
I think I truly feel it's a gut healthy vegetable. It has helped me, like sometimes I don't take medication and I would have dudhi soup, or even have just plain lauki salad.
Juice or salad.
Like a lauki sabzi. It really helps me. So I think it is the superpower vegetable.
Okay. If Pluckk organized...
It's not cool.
Yeah.
But it's what it is, and it's homegrown.
Absolutely,
and
it's healthy.
Yeah.
If Pluckk organized a veggie Oscars, which vegetable would win the Best Actor award and why?
Best Actor award?
The veggie Oscars.
The veggie Oscar would go to... Oh God, I don't know. What would it be? Broccoli?
Well, that's nice. That's a good one.
Yeah.
If if you were to describe your brand ambassador role in 3 emojis, or your investor role in 3 emojis, what would they be?
What would they be?
Yeah,
it
3.
would be... I don't know. What is there an emoji for strength?
Okay, strength.
Yeah, like that. Heart.
Okay.
A pink heart.
Okay.
And what else can it be? It can be... It definitely has to be a little bit of a kiss.
Okay. You're clearly very passionate and you're enjoying this.
Yeah.
Okay. As an investor, are you prepared to trade your famous pout for the brand's logo in selfies?
Oh God, that I haven't. That I don't know. That has a brand of its own in it.
Yeah. So whenever you start your own company, your investment and savings mantra, where does Kareena Kapoor Khan like to invest?
Honestly, I've never really looked into startups. It's a new thing for me to do everything. I'm a very safe kind of person.
So,
run by everything through my mother.
Okay.
So very, very safe. And not too much of a spendthrift.
Okay.
I'm quite conscious.
All right. Okay. If your investment in the brand Pluckk were a Bollywood song, which song title would it be?
What song title would it be? I think with all the color and all the fun and all, it would be like Leja Leja, Sabsi Leja Leja.
That's very good.
I'm good
very
at this
spontaneous
and this.
Yeah.
Plugging thing.
All right. One final question. 3 things that you would like to give out to moms who are looking at wellness in their kids' nutrition.
I think the fact that, when you get the Pluckk hamper, I think it just looks, I don't know, it's just, everyone talks about the color and everything, but literally the taste, I think, that is it, because it comes straight from the farm. And I think it's pure because it has, it's just got that feeling of it, the way they're working with 1,000+ farmers to get you these fresh ingredients. So I think that it just that swad jo hota hai, that taste is just something else. It just feels really nice to, taste it and know where you're getting that food from.
Okay.
We conduct bricks tests in products to ensure that the level of sweetness, the level of the taste is right.
Okay.
And probably these things convert into the customer experience, as Kareena just mentioned.
Absolutely, and well done with all those fun questions. You were super fun. Now, Pratik, one final question I have to ask. Share with us some of your targets. What should one watch out for Pluckk as far as expansion? We know you're looking at a pan-India presence. Any revenue targets that you have in mind?
So revenue targets, too early to say that, but what I can share with you is that in the last month that went by, we sold about 1 million products, and we are looking to take it to 10x by March 24.
Okay.
And definitely in terms of cities, we want our presence to grow from as what we are today in 4 cities, in the times to come 2 to 3 years, being at least 15-20 cities in India, and of course have a India farmers presence, which we already have today, a considerable presence, but even 1,000 farmers for that is not there's still a lot more potential. And these are the few areas where we want to expand and target and grow into.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Kareena, before we wrap up, we have to ask you and talk to us about your film projects or OTT projects. What should your fans be watching out for?
Well, they should be watching out for my next release, which is actually based on a Japanese novel.
Okay.
Devotion of Suspect X. So that's coming on Netflix, and I'm very, very excited.
All right, we wish you the very best with everything that you do, and thank you, Kareena and Pratik, for joining us today on the show. And it was super fun and an absolute pleasure talking to the both of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks.